also can prophesize the future. And I also can see subliminal messaging.
Okay, I'll tell you what, Miss Pillberry Show Girl.
What, really? I'm pretty sure I could chuck the shit out of you fucking overgrown baby.
Dude, whatever you're smoking, buy a ton of it.
I'm the greatest spectacular. All the fucking fakes the earth right now.
Possibility of women playing in the league, I don't think it's impossible.
You fucking punk-ass bitch!
Jesus Christ, that hurt. I'm still gonna
I'm fucking real, bro. You ain't shit.
Well, this is smacking off. If you don't like it, change your diaper and leave.
Don't be ridiculous right now, okay?
I'd rather watch softcore porn than have to watch y'all that.
No, that's like Open. You have to be there, you gotta cross. Bro, who invited this dude, bro? What the fuck? Get this dude out of here, bro.
No, USC is far better than Oklahoma historically.
Papa making your meatloaf as moist as my pussy gets. I promise you that.
Okay. Oh shit, this has turned into Kane Arthur's drug class.
How long?
They need you back at the cash register in 5 minutes.
Well, Tiki's life type minus the entertainment value.
Let go. Smacking Off the podcast is starting in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
And welcome back to Smacking Off the podcast. I'm your host, Shannon Madden. I'm joined with Doug Phillips as always. Doug, what's up?
It's a Sunday, and we're doing a goddamn show, right?
We are. Real quick, and I just happened to see this while you were in the middle of setting up. Have you seen this thing about Shea Patterson?
No. I take that back. I've seen it, but I did not see what the hell they were talking about.
Again, I'm not a Michigan fan, so I kind of scrolled by it. But man, I got to say something about this. Apparently, he tweeted, and this was in a response to, I don't even know who.
Wait, hold on. No, I can't tell you.
What?
I can't tell you this. But go ahead and tell me.
What do you mean you can't tell me this? What are you talking about? What's going on?
Go ahead and tell me what you're talking about.
Look, Shea Patterson apparently replied to somebody else and did it in such a way. I guess he was going to do it from his fake account or sock account,
yeah,
and make it sound like it was a tweet from somebody else other than Shea Patterson. And the tweet reads, Patterson is going to be the best QB in the conference. Fields hasn't even played a snap yet, so that kid's overrated. That kid's so overrated. Shea would have won the Heisman last season if Harbaugh let him call the plays. And he wrote it in such a way that it was not him writing it, but it came from his account.
I'm going to turn this down real quick, okay?
Okay.
All right, we're back.
Okay. Doug had to tell me secrets off air. Apparently, and it's going to spoil something that one of our contributors is working up and cooking up. So I don't know. We'll see if this is it. I hope and pray that it is. Because it's popping up in all the sports groups, particularly the Big Ten groups. But yeah. So yeah, man, I hope it's
Shea looked like a really good quarterback at Ole Miss, I think.
He was awesome.
I don't remember.
He was running the mill.
Was he the guy that was quarterbacking when Alabama beat Ole Miss 59-7?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, if I remember correctly.
Patterson is so full of it. Austin Parrish.
I don't know. I don't know. What you told me off air completely just throws the whole story into question now.
Yeah.
But of course it does. But at the same time, I don't know. We'll talk about it further. I'll just leave it at that.
So let's talk about this Uncle Lou.
Yeah, there's another thing brewing in the groups right now, and apparently, and y'all have to bear with me for a moment because I'm still kind of catching up. I actually just friended the journalist on Facebook, Savannah Lee Robertson. Apparently is a reporter for the Brunswick Journal, I believe Brunswick, Georgia, if I'm not mistaken, because she is a Georgia fan. She also posted in this Dawn of the Dog, kind of one of these Georgia fan sites. Ours is Alabama Nation. 24/7 has one for LSU that George Stroud posts from all the time. Things like that, yeah. And, okay. From what I understand, apparently a Georgia fan which you can go and find the name of the fellow. I believe it's Robert something or another. And he apparently was in Knoxville for whatever reason, maybe through business or traveling through the area, and decided to stop and kind of make a funny video with him and the Pat Summitt statue, which, you know, the death of Pat Summitt is still a big, big loss for the Volunteers. Pat Summitt is revered across the nation, is probably one of the greatest coaches of any sport ever.
Absolutely.
In college athletics.
She's the Bear Bryant of women's.
She is, no two ways around it. She's easily the best women's basketball coach, but I mean, you know, her success kind of puts her in that upper echelon. So,
Dane's trying to hit on Savannah Lee.
Apparently, she wrote a story that broke one of the cardinal rules in SMAC groups, and I'm not even going to name the group because you can go look for it for yourself because they've already taken a lot of heat and there's been a lot of activity in that group because of it. But apparently, she put the group on blast, the member of the group on blast, shared something that she found in the group, like committed all the worst sins you can do in a SMAC group. You know, as far as taking it to that other outside of our little community here, and. Apparently, there's a lot of people that have taken exception to it. Now, from what I understand, and again, I'm still trying to sort this out, and I've actually contacted the people that are involved in this to try to piece the story together and make sure I've got the whole thing right. Apparently, Uncle Lou had posted something about this, and he saw it in that group. Posted up something about it. The girl got curious, didn't contact Uncle Lou, didn't quote him, or I think she quoted him or stole the story idea or whatever.
1 second, Frank Levato in the house.
Oh, excellent. I still can't get him on air, so whatever.
Fuck that guy, right?
Fuck that guy.
Carrie, can you hear us? Because Carrie says, well, what the fuck? Can you hear us? Give us a thumbs up if you can hear us, Carrie.
Everybody can hear us. I know they can. But look, apparently she stole the story idea from Uncle Lou, and Uncle Lou's pretty hot about it. I tried to pick him for particulars. You know, Lou's a busy guy. He hadn't got back to me yet. I've actually friended the journalist that wrote the story for, what is it, Dawn of the Dog is the name of her blog.
It makes me think of Dawn of the Dead. Remember Dawn of the Dead?
Yeah, that's a good one. That was a good one. George Romero. Yeah. I don't know. We're trying to cook this one up, and we'll probably come back to this story. I mean, it's the off season. There's not really much else going on, right?
We're inching toward football season. We're fast. We're like 47 days. 47 fucking days.
The fucking Duke game.
Man, before football season,
we're opening with Duke.
Before football season starts, I think we need to get Frank Levato on to explain how the IRS gives our currency value.
Oh, no, we're not having that conversation.
Come on. No. I mean, hey, Frank, the offer is extended. He's not coming on, though.
Is Frank, is he a liberal?
I don't know what he is.
Is he a liberal snowflake?
Maybe I am. I was talking about The Secret. Oh, yeah, I know. I'll hit you later, Carrie. If I tell Carrie, she'll tell...
Yeah, we can't let it out. We can't let it out yet, Carrie. Just trust us on this.
Yeah, this is a good one.
It's going to be great.
We got Dane coming on later.
Yeah, we do have Dane. No, the one Dane Kelley. We're actually going to talk, speaking of the football season looming, we're going to go ahead and talk about it. I think it's fine. You know, we both, Doug and myself, are Alabama fans, and I think that, you know, has pretty well been established.
Dane, you've never been to Brunswick, Georgia, goddammit.
Brunswick, Georgia, my ass.
See, he says it's a dump. He's never been there.
Didn't they make bowling out? Isn't that where the bowling people are from? The Brunswick people.
That's where the bowling alley originated?
Or the bowling balls that they used to make. Well, I know Brunswick was like...
I'm pretty sure the bowling alley originated in Bowling Green.
How do you know?
I don't know that. I'm just making that.
It's not.
Y'all are kind of cracking on my end. No, I'm cracking on my end.
Yeah, we're crackling. Yeah, that's probably...
Oh, sorry, crackling.
Yeah, that's...
How about now?
Yeah.
Is that better? Is this better? Can you hear me now? Did you turn it down?
I think everybody just turned us off now. They're like, fuck this shit.
Alright, is that better? God damn it, is that better?
We could be watching Game of Thrones reruns.
Duke is better than most Big 12 teams.
Facts.
Duke?
I'll take that. Yeah, I'll accept that answer. Timothy Bell, you here?
I'll take Texas versus Duke. I'll take Oklahoma versus Duke. I think Oklahoma State would be Duke too.
Maybe, I don't know. Oklahoma State's kind of a schizophrenic team.
Maybe they are. Maybe they're not.
What about Kansas? Les Miles. I'm high on Les Miles right now, man. I swear to God, they're going to win 5 games.
Welcome to the house, Opal Engel.
Opal Engel in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
She's like the oldest smacker in the group. How old are you? Opal's like 85, I think.
Get out of town.
Nah, I think she's actually... I'm fucking with Opal. I think she's probably like late 60s.
You're late 60s, aren't you?
No.
Yeah.
I'm late 40s, though, goddammit.
Yeah, you are. You're going to be 50 any day now.
No.
I keep thinking about that myself, and I want to die.
Yeah, it's coming.
I know.
It'll creep up on you.
I don't want to do anything now.
We sound like shit, is what Dane said.
Oh, okay. Well,
more so than... let me see.
I don't know.
Here's my...
Yeah, that's why.
How about now?
I bet we sound great now. Because you got them shit stirred up. All the way up.
Well, I never turned them up. I never touched them. How about now?
Turned up. How about now, Dane?
Dane.
How about now? Dane, how about now? Dane says like.
Yeah, I know.
No, wait a minute. She's liking the fact that we're super crackly.
Yeah, but I just turned this down, goddammit.
Why are we super crackly?
It was probably because of this.
Okay. Well, I mean, shit.
Give us some feedback.
Everybody's tuned out now. This is great. I love this.
We knew this was going to happen at some point.
You know, and that's the shitty part about it. You know, I worked in radio years and years and years ago, and you can actually hear what you
better,
sound
but the
like.
volume is low.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what do I do now?
You just turn the volume back up.
A
little bit. You got to go in the middle. You got to make it a happy medium.
How about now, Austin? Austin is our advisor at this point.
Austin is he's our guest engineer for the audio engineer.
Ricky Solons, ever man up, and no, he never did. Fuck Ricky Solons. Ricky Solons disappeared. He was going to take on Paul Garner. Paul Garner was all fucking trained up. You know, you remember when Rocky, before he would go out into the ring and he'd be all slick and shiny looking?
Mm-hmm.
That's what Paul Garner was, and Ricky Solons stood his ass up.
He would have been, oh gosh. No, he wouldn't have been Hulk Hogan's character, because Hulk Hogan, what was his name? Something Lips.
Thunder Lips, the ultimate male.
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome.
That was, man. He whooped Rocky's ass. He wasn't fucking around with Rocky.
You remember Paulie?
Yeah.
And Hulk went over to the corner, and Paulie stood up to about Hulk's, belly button?
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't sweat you, remember?
Yeah.
Threw his hands up.
Yeah.
Hulk grabbed him by the head and just, hit him on top of the head, and he was out for the rest of the scene.
Yeah, it was a good thing that he could have done there, because Hulk Hogan would have killed him. I miss Hulk Hogan.
Hold on. Haskell says we sound like Charlie Brown's teacher. Okay. Now, which is it? Haskell, don't fuck with us, goddammit. We've been working with the sound. Tell us how it really is. Austin says we're good now. Proceed.
Okay. Well, I think everything's okay. I really do.
Okay.
All right. Well, also, speaking of Haskell, his son is in a band up in Louisville, Kentucky.
Hold on. Brad Scholl says we put on a great show, and he looks forward to our pod. Do you even know Brad Scholl?
I was talking about something, and then you interrupted me with
that.
But
this guy's a fan.
He's a Oklahoma fan. Me and Brad used to roll pretty hard in the smack groups. Brad, he's a Sooner. I'm a Bama guy. We're not we're like oil and water. We're not really supposed to get along, and somehow this podcast has brought us together, and I feel great about it. I really do. What else we got going on?
There's no telling.
I was talking about Haskell Campbell's son, Doug. Doug's in a band up in Louisville called the Sleeping Bag, and I really, really, really love it. He shared it not too long ago.
So now we've got some people saying that we sound fine, and some people saying we still sound like shit. The people that sound like we still sound like shit, we're actually just sending that to you because we're tired of your shit.
Okay.
Is that what it is?
I don't know. What's Tiggy? Tiggy's messaging us for some reason or another. What's
Let me
Tiggy
see. I think Tiggy just, Tiggy's just being Tiggy. I think it's just a thumbs up.
Yeah, Tiggy's going to be on the air in a few weeks. We got a really big one. Hopefully, I hope and pray that this goes through. But we have a really big interview coming up next week with one of the bad boys of Smack, one Mr. Brett Tears. Brett runs the 100 group. What is it? God damn it! Everybody knows the 100 group. That's Brett. Everybody knows who Brett is. Brett's a Bama fan. Roll Tide.
Austin, yes. We have actually decreed that Arizona State does have 2 natties now.
Arizona State does have 2 national championships. We have declared that on the air. In fact, we're a respected media source, I think. So
absolutely.
So why can't we?
We're as good as Fox News or fucking CNN.
If that's the case, then I'm going to retroactively give the UAB Blazers co-championships of last year. I mean, they went 12-1.
The group of 5 national champions.
Yeah. UCF didn't get it. God damn it.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
Fucking LSU.
Dane,
LSU fans still.
Dane, if you're listening,
that one.
Dane, if you're listening, go ahead and take your shit now.
Yeah.
Not on air.
I want him to do it on air. I would prefer him to do it on air. I feel like we devoted a lot of time to talking about Dane taking a shit on the air. Like, too much time.
What do you ban and block from, Carrie? She's banned and blocked.
I think probably from the 100 group, the one I was talking about. Well, that'll be the first thing that we talk to Brett Tierce about. Is why have you banned and blocked our people?
God damn it. Haskell's leaving. You want to go ahead and shut down?
Let my people go. Haskell's leaving?
Haskell's leaving.
I know, because I tried to talk about his son's band, and you, interrupted me 5 fucking times.
Something about CDs. He's going to send you some CDs. And he said, fuck you.
I want some vinyl, baby.
Vinyl? I'll take
vinyl. Vinyl is where it's at these days. Nobody likes the CDs.
I'm doing it on air, Dane says.
I hope and pray that they go back to having a record player in your car. Remember, there was a brief period.
Elvis had one.
There was a brief period of time where that was a thing. It was even more exotic than having a phone in your car. Because we saw the Mayberry episode where the guy had the telephone in his car.
It did have an antenna like this.
It did. It was a pretty long antenna. But it had a phone, though. He made phone calls with that shit.
He did, but his car wouldn't drive, and Wally was out of town.
Yeah. You can call Wally all you want to with your roadside phone. It still don't mean it still ain't gonna get him to the shop.
Right. Goober couldn't come, could he?
I can't remember.
Goober had to take his mama somewhere.
I just remember that the guy had to hang out in town like most folks.
He was not happy about it.
He wasn't happy at first, but Mayberry's a happening place. You got Juanita down at the diner.
Okay, what are you calling in and asking about, Carrie? We'll call her.
She's gonna. She said she got banned from 100. So that'll be the first thing that we talk to Brett Tierce about.
And he's the main guy in 100.
Is it 100 or True SEC? I always forget. No, Patricia's True SEC. That's actually one that we had lined up a long time ago. Patricia, old Patricia Strickland.
Robert Arthur had a 62 300 Chrysler with a record player in it.
Man, I want.
And it had a 413 Hemi with cross rims.
How can I rig up a record player in my truck, in my work truck? That'd be fucking awesome.
As long as you got a little speaker on top.
No, I got I rig it up to my sound system in the truck.
I know, but you can't if you can't play it for people when you're going down the interstate.
Oh, you're talking about a loudspeaker? Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's what you really should have had on your purple van.
You're right. Yeah.
I'm just going to go ahead and tell this. Madden used to have a purple van. It was purple.
That van was, it was purple.
He also used to drive a hearse.
I did. I drove a 86 Buick LeSabre hearse package for a while. It had a body bag in the back of it, still stuffed in it. It had the the rollers in the back of it where you could roll a coffin in it.
Yeah.
And true story, when Doug and myself were in a band together, that was our shtick, is that I would get in the body bag before. And this body bag had probably been used.
No, come on.
I don't know. I mean, it was.
Did it smell funny?
I mean, I don't know what body bags are supposed to smell like. So
it
didn't smell like meat.
It smelled okay. It smelled like
it didn't have a meat. It didn't
just
have
a plastic smell.
Yeah, kind of.
I doubt it was ever used.
How do you know?
I don't really know.
We used it because I would get in it and they would carry me onto the stage and basically just drop me off on the stage while they set up, and I'd lay in the body bag for like 15 minutes before the show.
Yeah.
Usually I was drunk by that point, so it didn't matter. I needed to rest up.
We just waited till people were like, "Fuck y'all, motherfuckers, we're leaving." If y'all don't go ahead and start,
they made the mistake of doing it one night. Remember Chris Hendricks? We were playing the Lock Body show over at the High Note, and the amp fell over on me.
Yeah,
yeah. Chris still apologizes about that. It didn't
Did
really
it hurt?
No. But I mean, I don't. Maybe I may have played it up a little bit more that night so I could get free drinks.
Yeah. Was he the bartender?
No. But I mean, when
he knew the bartender.
When you've been hurt at the bar, everybody's the bartender.
Welcome, Travis Stoner.
They just want to see your hurts go away with alcohol. Remember when I busted my bottom lip at the Fracture Show at 2000 at the Nick, hanging out with Joe Boyd?
I do remember you electrifying yourself on a microphone one time.
I almost threw...
To the point where you said, like, you blacked out for a second from it.
No, that was probably from the alcohol.
It could have been.
Yeah. There was a lot of that going on back then. Good times.
You're lucky to be alive.
I am. With the life that I've lived, yes. Yes, I agree. Especially with the mouth that I have. Because I have told some people some of the most horrendous things to their face. I'm that guy. You know, a lot of people, they see me in the smack rooms and they think, oh, this guy's a keyboard warrior. No, man, I work construction and I'm the oldest of 11 boys. Yep. I've been running my mouth ever since since I could talk.
Well, you've said shit that's kept a lot of people in the room before, and you've said some shit that made everybody leave at once.
Which I think is important. You know,
you got to be able to do both.
You know, everybody talks about what an amazing performer Gigi Allen was. You know, Gigi Allen would literally have to take a shit and throw it at people to get people to leave a room, and all I had to do was talk. So I don't know. Take that, Gigi Allen, wherever you are.
When do you want me to call Clemson Dane?
I don't know. Do you want to do it before the break or after the break? Because, you know, we got a lot.
We can do it during the break.
Yeah, we could do it during the break and then talk it up. What else do we have to talk about? Because it seems like there's something that I'm missing that happened this week. That needs. No, there's definitely something.
We can't talk too much anymore about that one thing.
No, but trust me, it's going to be a good one.
It is.
It is going to be a good one. Who else do we have upcoming pretty soon?
Brett Tears.
We got Brett.
That, and we've got all the conference breakdown segments.
Yeah. And we're also, don't we have Paul Bear Bryant Jr. coming on at some point in time?
No, actually, we got Paul Bryant coming on.
No, he's dead. I'd seen it when he died.
Yeah, but this is the future, man.
That was probably the longest.
You can bring people on that are dead now.
That was probably the longest funeral procession ever in this area, ever.
And is he even buried where they took him that day? I don't think so.
I'm sure
they moved him because he actually had some rings on.
Oh, I'm sure that they didn't let him die with them rings. Come on now.
They said it. I think they were just going to see if they could catch somebody try to grave rob that shit.
So basically, I just put some fake rings on there, and they just sit there with a shotgun waiting.
Yeah, they just put a scarecrow in a fucking box and.
Well, where would they have moved him to?
They did move him at some point. I do. Welcome, Stephen J. Horn.
Oh yeah, J. Horn. Wait a minute, we got to do it. You got to do it professionally, though. Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking that maybe an Auburn fan dug it up.
Travis Stoner says that he cut his nose off.
Who did?
And he didn't put a smiley face or anything. Travis Stoner. He says, I'm just tuning in. I've been busy since I cut my nose off.
Did he cut his nose off to spite his face?
He may be serious. Travis, did you really cut your nose off?
Oh, shit. That would be horrible. Could you imagine going without a nose? You're looking like Voldemort from Harry Potter.
Your smelling shit's not here. It would just look funny. You look like a bowling ball.
Yeah.
He may have cut his nose off. I probably shouldn't even joke about that shit.
I mean, if he did cut his nose off, that would be horrible.
Saw the pics.
Oh, there's a pic.
Did they fix it?
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, I don't want to see that.
Please welcome Carrie Lynn.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. No.
Sorry, go ahead.
God, yeah, you got to do it right. Okay, so there we go.
You ready to take a break and then we'll go get Dane on?
Yeah, I guess we can. I can take a dump real quick.
All right. We'll be back in a minute, guys.
I can't type. I don't take dictation. I won't sharpen pencils. I can't file. My boss calls me indispensable.
Miss Jones.
Just a minute.
Will you make a copy of this?
Naturally. I push the button on the Xerox 914. I make perfect copies of whatever my boss needs by just turning a knob and pushing a button. Anything he can see, I can copy in black and white on ordinary paper. And am I fast? I can make 7 copies a minute. By the way, I never need wet chemicals. My 914 is a dry machine, powder dry. Sometimes my boss asks me which is the original. And sometimes, I don't know. Here, Mr. Smith, I'm going to lunch with Mother.
You are now listening to Smacking Off the Podcast. Tune in every Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. Fuck each and every one of you that don't.
Ooh, I'm good. Step away from the beer. Just stay calm. Step away from the beer. These hands are licensed weapons.
They were shooting a commercial for Labatt's Breweries. They had a storyboard. They didn't have any set design in mind. There was nothing. There was no illustration. They just came to me and said they wanted 5 Sasquatch, Bigfoot costumes, and were made in such a way that they could be snowboarded in. We love what we do.
Place your fresh coconut. I'm gonna have to go undercover. Sweet mother of pearl. Place your fresh coconut.
Hey.
I can hear myself echoing.
You can. Hey.
All right, and we're back. God damn it. Welcome back to Smacking Off the Podcast. I'm your host, Shannon Matt. I got Doug Phillips. And Dane Kelley's on the air. Clemson Dane, what up?
Woo! Taking a shit.
I knew you was. I'm going to poop on air in my pants. That's what I told everybody off air, and I'm going to live up to my promise.
Why not?
All right, and I'm back.
Man, we got... Oh, shit. He just went to...
He is pooping on air. He does that. That's his thing. Yeah, that's how we need to start this segment with that flush.
Dane, you know what we got to talk about tonight? And don't think I'm just saying this because we're Bama fans. But if Alabama and Clemson meet in the championship game, they're going for the best out of 5.
I know, man. I can't wait.
We were talking about that off air. That is so unprecedented.
I mean, now Alabama and Clemson has not played in every championship game. In 2017, Alabama and Clemson played in the semifinal, but Alabama or Clemson has won it.
But I still think you need to include that in the conversation.
Clemson's won 2.
Technically, that's not the championship game, but you know what I'm saying. You can throw an asterisk in there. I think
Clemson has 2 of the last 3. If you go back to the 4th, then it's 2 for Alabama and 2 for Clemson. That's never happened before, and we could actually be looking at a best of 5 this year.
And they've got identical records over that 4-year span.
Yeah, it's fucked up. I've never seen anything like it in my whole life, and I've been watching football since the mid '80s. So,
well, here's my question: Is it possible that we're seeing 2 dynasties at the same fucking time?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and the thing is,
there ever? I mean, well, I guess the Celtics and the Lakers way back in the day, but there hadn't been anything in like recent history like this.
No, as far as like even professional teams, you're absolutely right. You'd probably have to go to some obscure sport or something like that, rugby or lacrosse or something.
Kerry, who's Oklahoma going to be playing? Kerry says Oklahoma's going to be there. They're going to be playing Clemson or Alabama.
No.
I hope we get to play them. I love fucking with their fans.
Yeah, Sooner fans.
Timothy Ray Bailey is my personal favorite punching bag.
Sooner fans are loud. They're a loud bunch, and you can say whatever you want to negatively if you're a member of a different fan base, but they are among some of the most spirited on Facebook, hands down.
They are.
Ball fans.
Timothy Ray Bailey is a very intelligent Oklahoma fan, though.
He is. He's.
But he's
also very biased.
No, he definitely is. But I'm biased too. So.
Now he'll argue that he's not, and has argued that in quite a few threads, and tried to show other stats to prove how unbiased he is.
He's got stats to prove
it. that kind of and other old posts and stuff like that. Yeah, he'll yeah.
The one time he said that Oklahoma's not going to win by 2 touchdowns, but 1 touchdown, right?
Yeah. So
Kerry says that Oklahoma's going to be playing Alabama. Dane,
I like that. I like that matchup. I liked it just as much as I did last year, actually.
In the semifinal, I couldn't believe that. I've already bought my fucking tickets, guys.
Have you already placed your bet in Vegas that Clemson will make a repeat? I'm pretty sure the return on the bet's not very high. Yeah, either Alabama or Clemson. That's pretty much a sure bet.
Austin Parrish.
I might just bet on both of them. Fuck it.
Austin Parrish just named something. Just talked about something that really would be huge. Is even in the semifinal, Hurts versus Alabama from Oklahoma. That would be very interesting.
Yeah, I saw last year's spring game when Alabama played against Jalen Hurts, and Jalen Hurts looked fucking awful. He looked bad.
He did.
He looked so bad.
He did look a lot better in Oklahoma spring game.
The thing is that Hurts, Hurts did not do well against defenses that were similar in style and similar in packages that what Alabama fields.
Georgia and whatnot.
Yeah.
Hurts looks pretty good the last 2 times he played against Clemson too, not counting this past encounter, which was only like fucking 8 minutes.
Didn't really need Hurts to win the last one. I think anybody could have lined up. You talking about in 17, but yeah, he looked pretty good in 16. Not good enough to pull the game off though.
I mean, he went down there and scored.
He did what he needed to do, but Clemson then followed up with what they needed to do.
Yeah,
right, Deshaun.
Yep.
Whew.
Yeah, that was a hell of a performance, similar to the performance last year. Let's go ahead and get it out on the table.
Are you loving this, Dane? Because you've been watching. How old are you, Dane?
I will be 33 later on this month.
Okay, so you've been watching this shit for a while, and you know that this is a once in a lifetime thing, right?
Oh yeah, dude. I don't want it to end, but I'm well aware.
Yep.
It will come crashing down one of these days.
Austin, we are buying the Oregon hype.
Austin just asked if we're buying all of this Oregon hype.
Man, you gotta love those Ducks, man. They're fucking Ducks.
I'm not
dude.
buying it.
But those uniforms, man. Think about it.
I don't know. We're gonna get to see a chance right out of the gate to see how they handle Auburn. If they handle Auburn in a convincing fashion, then yeah, we can. I'm not saying that right there is the ultimate bellwether, but that's a good indicator of what they're going to be for the remainder of the season. Auburn's going to field a pretty good team this year.
I think out of the pack, I think Oregon is the team that really sells tickets at this point. Is it the uniforms? I have no fucking clue. They're just an exciting team to watch.
Well, and of course, Tiggy would argue that actually belongs to Washington.
Fuck Tiggy. Tiggy's more interesting than Washington is.
Yeah, true. I don't know. Bradshaw asked if we've seen the preseason top 5, which I guess who's preseason top 5?
Yeah, I seen the one put out by Steele.
That has Georgia and Alabama in the top 5, I believe, along with who else? Clemson, Notre Dame.
Alabama's 1 and Steele's, and then Clemson is 2.
Michigan, I believe, is
Michigan is 3, and Georgia's 4.
And who's 5? Notre Dame?
No. Notre Dame's a little further back.
No love for Notre Dame.
Have they come out with the rankings yet?
No, but
Steele. It's about that time.
I mean, there's a lot. Everybody's got a preseason top 5.
Steele has his out.
I've got my top 5 if you guys want it.
Let's do it.
You're ready. Alabama number 1.
You're just doing that to jinx Alabama. That's all.
He is. Put us at
Alabama number 2. Dropping in at number 3, Alabama.
Yeah. Keep going.
4 and 5, Alabama rounds out the top 5. Woo!
And Clemson's
Nobody can beat those bastards.
This is the top. This is their first, second, third, fourth, and fifth teams?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
You got it.
All righty.
We got that combo coming back. Tua and Jerry Jeudy.
Here's the thing that that Steele did that was interesting, and Sky Anastasian's probably got a hard on Steele from it. Steele has Utah at 8th, the highest pack, or is it 6th? No, it's 8th. The highest pack team ranked over Oregon.
Wow.
Utah, the Utes.
Yeah.
The fucking Utes.
The Utes.
Oh, okay.
The fuck is a Ute?
I believe Ohio State is 5, if I'm not mistaken. I think
a Ute's a kind of goat.
Notre Dame is 9, I believe.
Isn't a Ute like a goat? Like, isn't there a goat?
Yeah.
It's called the Ute. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just wanted to make
Baby
sure.
goats are kids, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't fuck with the kids.
Yep. Hey boys. Hey.
Amy Welch is in the house. Amy Welch is actually having to use her actual real profile now.
Yeah, she's obviously got her fake profiles in Facebook too.
She's a bad girl.
Amy is one of my favorite people on Facebook.
Absolutely.
Jared Rifkin in the house.
Yeah.
Jared Rifkin, the only Vanderbilt fan in all the smack groups.
Do you think Vanderbilt's going to beat Tennessee again this year?
It's they're on a 2-game win streak against Tennessee.
I would like to see that.
Matter of fact, it's like Uncle Lou said. The game ain't even been fucking close. Vanderbilt has been beating that ass. Have they not?
Yeah, they have been. One of my favorite matchups this year, hands down, is going to be Tennessee and UAB. Man, if UAB pulls that win off, I honestly, to be quite frank, I don't think that they'll actually win. But
no, I don't.
Man, if they did, that means Bill Clark's gone. Bill Clark's getting a job. He'll probably get a job at Tennessee if he beats them. If I was Tennessee, I'd hire Bill Clark in a heartbeat.
Austin, I think the best story in the pack would be your Devils. I mean, I do, and Herm Edwards, because Herm Edwards is hilarious, and I think it would just be a media circus.
I hadn't coached in a while, though.
No, but wouldn't that be the story out of the pack? I mean, if Herm Edwards and the Arizona State Sun Devils were to at least win the pack, but maybe creep in, I mean, wouldn't that be fucking awesome? It's probably not going to happen.
10-2, you know.
It's probably not going to happen, but they could win it. I mean, they may go to the pack championship.
Perhaps.
I mean, it's not out of the question.
I mean, yeah, I think Wake Forest could go to the pack championship, really, if they wanted and decided to switch affiliations.
Yep.
The pack's garbage.
All right, tell us about these Clemson Tigers. Well, something we don't already fucking know.
Yeah, I want you to have this conversation and not bring Trevor Lawrence up one time.
Yeah.
Go.
Don't get me going gay on Lawrence. God damn it.
Something you guys don't already know? I mean, what the fuck? You just going to put me on the spot?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that's what we like to do.
Yeah, that's what we do here on
Okay.
SmackDown.
Our defense is going to be every bit as good as it was last year. I know we lost our ass, or allegedly lost our ass on the defensive line.
Man, here's going to be the interesting thing.
We've got guys that are fucking studs ready to go. I mean, one of them redshirted last year. One of them played sparingly. But they're both elite. So, I mean, I don't have any problem.
You're an ACC guy, man. Just tell me this. Who has the best shot at knocking you guys off?
You got to go with the two that have done it the most recently.
Hang on, I was looking for the right button. I couldn't find it.
Or almost done it.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
You're talking about Syracuse and you're talking about Pitt.
No, not Pitt. That's what I said. Almost did it.
I get a weird feeling when I look at the NC State.
NC State gives us problems.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we're playing there, I believe.
Yep.
So,
a lot of defense coming out of.
I mean, but let's face it.
It's tough there for decades.
If Clemson loses, if they drop a game, even NC State, even late in the year, it's not going to matter. Clemson still creeps into the CFP if they win the ACC title game. They still creep into the.
I think so. I think we can get away with
CFP.
one.
Sorry.
But you got to keep in mind the year that we lost the one game to, I guess it was the Pitt game. We lost it late in the season, but a bunch of teams that were ranked right below us also lost. So it kind of like negated the drop-off we would have had. I think Michigan lost. Somebody else. There were like 2 or 3.
It was a good day
teams.
to have a bad day.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we just lucked out. I don't think we could do that shit again.
Luck
year.
counts,
If
though.
we
It does.
If we lose late, like past week 9, that might cause some problems. Unless it's really good. I don't know. Maybe we lose to South Carolina and it's really close.
Oh man! Oh, that would be a meltdown though.
No Muskrat.
The whole state of South Carolina would implode in on itself if that happens.
So, real quick, what do you think about this Michigan hype? And I'm not sure how much Michigan hype there's actually going to be once the smoke settles.
Shea Patterson says that Shea Patterson is the greatest QB in the Big Ten today.
I can live with that.
Yeah. I mean, that's a hell of an endorsement.
Yeah. He's like the tallest fucking midget, right?
I mean, who else? No, that was Kyler Murray. Who else knows more about Shea Patterson than Shea Patterson?
Nobody.
Yeah, I mean,
nobody.
That's a ringing endorsement.
Did Harbaugh sleep over at Patterson's house to get him there? Or?
We're not allowed to talk about that.
Okay, because Harbaugh sleeps over at.
Remember that contract, that thing we had to sign when we Harbaugh's people. Yeah, we can't bring up him picking his nose anymore either.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, and we're back.
Be careful now. Your offensive coordinator has also been caught doing that.
He was trying to get the booger out.
He's not our offensive coordinator. Oh, wait a minute.
Can I ask a question? No, I have not looked up the footage of this. Did he eat the booger, or did he just pick the booger?
I'm pretty sure he ate that son of a
Why else are you going to pick a booger and stare at it?
Saban runs a tight ship. You don't have time to go off for fucking breaks and, to go eat shit.
You get hungry, you eat a fucking booger.
Yeah,
Is that what?
Kiffin did it too. I hate to bring this up now.
Did Kiffin do it?
Kiffin did it too, yeah. Saban's got them boys nervous. He's got them boys so nervous that they're picking their nose and eating it. That's nerves.
Alabama leads the nation.
Everybody talk about little Nicky this and little Nicky that. Man, that man's got balls of steel.
Yeah.
You do not go up against Nick Saban. He will crush you. You will never ever work in this industry again. That's what he tells them. And so they get nervous and they start picking their nose and eating it. Gus Malzahn did it too.
He's never worked for Saban, though.
Hey, but I didn't mean to get on Sark. I really like him. He's one of my favorite
Saban's
coaches.
definitely worked Malzahn.
I would like to see a guy that had a drinking problem actually succeed at this point, and he didn't do bad in Atlanta. His numbers were actually great. Atlanta's got problems, other than that. But
this country was founded on just blistering drunks. I mean, seriously, they wrote the Constitution all fucking coked up and fucking drinking cognac all night, man. Seriously. So, I mean, how are we going to hate on a man that got hit with a DUI? I've had trouble with the law, alcohol related.
I don't know how you don't have a DUI, though.
No, I don't have a DUI.
I really don't know how, because I've never seen anybody that back in your day who actually.
I got one on Memorial Day weekend, guys. Can you believe that?
Oh,
really?
Wow.
Me.
Yeah, that happens.
This Memorial Day?
That shit does happen, man.
That's what I'm talking about. I mean, so why is everybody going to hate on Steve Sarkisian? That is just a normal American occurrence these days. You go out, you have a couple drinks too many, and you're driving fine, but you got some fucking nosy ass cop trying to make a buck, get up your ass and walk the line and blow into this, and then you're getting. Never mind.
Welcome to Bruce Martinez in the house. Man. Bruce Martinez.
Bruce Martinez is in the house. No, man, you can do the thing.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I paid $5 for this thing, and by God, we're going to get every bit of the $5 worth out of this. Then the battery's going to die.
I bet Bruce does not agree with my comments on Oregon, but he wasn't on here to listen, so fuck him. He doesn't get to listen.
No, you can't say
that.
Can
you quote me?
Okay, and we're back. This is such a professional podcast. We've asked our audience to do a sound check for us earlier, and that was wonderful.
It was.
I mean, really,
y'all really sounded like shit, really bad.
I know it happens.
It didn't get good until you got on, right?
Yeah. It's this rain.
I don't know. We got. Doug was all over it though. Whatever knob he turned, man.
I didn't turn that knob.
Cleared it right up.
Yeah. I'll discuss that knob he turned.
Get the fuck out. I don't turn knobs, goddammit.
You're not a knob turning kind of guy? Okay. All
right. Rick Vaughn's leaving. God damn it.
I don't blame him. I would have left. Shit. I would have left as soon as it started.
You want to go ahead and cut the show now?
What did he say? He's a recruiter,
do
a blank check,
do
not a
I
coach?
get a little more time to tell you motherfuckers about some shit?
Go ahead.
Know about?
But hey, Rick Vaughn's leaving though. He's leaving. He's not listening.
Who?
Goodbye, Rick.
Rick Vaughn.
Rick Vaughn is leaving, ladies and gentlemen. All right. And,
All right, so,
okay, Rick Vaughn's gone.
You guys know who Toby
Russ
is.
Mostert. Just checking in to tell you guys you are all trash.
Smack Jesus. Smack Jesus has made, and yeah, you know what? No, we're gonna go ahead and we'll give Smack Jesus.
Dane, do you know Smack Jesus?
I do.
Have you accepted Smack Jesus into your life?
I have.
Excellent.
All right, then. God damn it.
Oh wow, this whole podcast has just gone completely off the rails. It's been great.
Oh, man.
It really has been. This has been a good one so far, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
except for when we sounded like shit.
No, even that part was good.
It was pretty funny on our end.
Well, I mean, I was laughing.
Yeah.
And then we had some people saying we sounded good, and other people kept coming back and saying, "Nope, you still don't sound good."
I think what was causing that was they were jumping on late after the show started,
and they were getting some shit from 5 minutes ago. Yeah, I got what you're saying.
Minutes.
Yeah, it's technology. We have no control over that.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't mute me now, Gaia.
Would that be Smack Jesus? Smack Jesus doesn't want to be muted.
I have not muted Smack Jesus.
Anna
once.
Mary was the one that muted him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to take that up with her.
Anna Mary's not doing much in group right now.
She's a loose cannon.
She's not doing much in group right now, though.
Well, she's got things going on. She's
got that other thing.
a busy lady.
Yeah.
You know, she's preparing for the upcoming Oklahoma State season. You know.
Right.
7 or 8 wins that they're going to have. What do they do to party? Where Oklahoma State's and where? What city is that in?
That's in Oklahoma. That is in
where's Oklahoma State at?
Stillwater.
Well, I wonder what there is to do in Stillwater. Dane,
get drunk and go watch football.
Have you ever been to Oklahoma, Dane?
I have. I drove across that bastard.
You didn't
stop?
Took
me about 10 hours.
You didn't stop and hang out with the locals?
I stopped in Oklahoma City just to
that's not like the real Oklahoma. The Oklahoma City is like
really
New York City compared to, I don't know, small town Idaho, you know.
No, I pretty much tried to get out of that fucking state as quickly as possible.
Y'all ever heard of, what's his name, Slim
Shady?
No, the guy that built Oklahoma State's stadium. What's his name again? Pickens?
Slim Pickens?
No, it's not Slim Pickens.
Slim Whitman.
No.
Slim.
Somebody help us out here. Who's the guy that's name is on their stadium?
I don't know.
He's like an energy dude.
It's like a trivia question. We'll give you a T-shirt. I can't guarantee.
Is this?
What? It's just going to be a random T-shirt out of my collection.
Stadium on Oklahoma or Oklahoma State?
Travis Stoner, Roll Tide. Fuck yeah.
Why do we not have T-shirts? Why have we not made Smacking Off the Podcast?
You know what?
T-shirts?
It's funny you said that because I just went and designed one the other day.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, we would have somebody
else.
You
did this behind my back, you fucking asshole.
I didn't put it up in group or anything, but I did.
I would have gotten really excited about that.
I just stuck the logo on a black shirt and it looked really cool. I didn't actually. Yeah, T-Boone. Team Boone Pickens.
T-Boone Pickens.
Fuck yeah.
Who's that? Is he the guy that did Boone's Farm?
Boone Pickens.
You remember Boone's Farm? Strawberry
You remember
Hill?
Slim Pickens?
I remember Slim Pickens. Yeah, Slim Pickens was in the Kubrick movie, Dr. Strangelove.
He was also in the Western by, what the hell is it called? God damn it, help me out here. The early 70s. The Western with all the racism and all that shit in it.
Oh, Blazing Saddles.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the most racist guy in the
You want to see one of the most fucked up Western movies you've ever seen in your whole life? The Alejandro Jodorowsky, El Topo. Find that movie. You remember the one, The Holy Mountain, that crazy movie, the one that the
George
Beatles
Harrison
were
dude?
involved in? Yeah. Look that movie up. El Topo, ELTOPO.
And
it's got a naked child pretty much in the whole entire movie.
A naked child?
Yeah, it's the craziest movie you will ever see in your whole life. No, it's not anything like that. It's not that kind of movie. But no, it's fucked up. It's like the Western version of the Holy Mountain.
Brad Scholl, who is Texas U?
Texas University, the University of Texas. We beat them one year for a. We beat them 1 year for a natty. happened.
That's a true story. Yeah.
That happened.
All right, Dane, tell us that shit that you
Colt
were going to talk
McCoy-
about before, and we kept interrupting you.
Colt McCoy sat in a medical tent for that game.
Okay, so the running game, I don't know. I know you guys know who Tavian Feaster is, or I would assume you do.
I've heard the name, and I didn't like it when I was hearing it.
He has transferred from the program. He hit the portal.
Excellent.
But
okay, continue.
All right. The guy who was our fourth string guy last year, I'm really high on him. You guys will probably get to see a good dose of him in New Orleans.
Is he cute?
His name's Lynn J. Dixon.
Is he cute?
I have no comment. I'll hit you in the DMs later.
Well, I mean, Trevor Lawrence is cute. I mean, is he Trevor Lawrence cute, or just is he a rugged man? Is he sexy? I mean, is he?
This is a conversation we'll have to have.
John Wayne or Liberace, right?
Okay, I'm asking questions here. My viewers and listeners, they all have needs, and I'm trying to satisfy all of their needs at once.
He's got some wheels on him.
LSU fans masturbate to Trevor Lawrence photos, male and female. Go ahead.
All right,
I know one of those.
And then
two.
Jesus Christ.
You mean smack?
Now you've gotten me off track here, Shannon.
Smack Jesus.
Shit.
Can we just kick a song in or something?
Yeah, just go ahead and let's play some. You got something with a banjo in it.
In this shit.
What are you doing right now? Are you playing a Game Boy while you're having an interview with us?
I'm taking a shit, bro.
This is
that
you're shitting
earlier
again?
was a courtesy for me.
You're shitting again?
Yeah, man.
What did you
I
eat?
ate a lot of fried foods.
Like
spicy
what?
Shit.
Chicken, pork chops, what?
Yep. Wangs.
Wangs? Yeah, I bet you ate some wangs. So let's go back to Trevor Lawrence being sexy. So this new fella you're talking about, is he as sexy as Trevor Lawrence? You said you're high on him, so you know.
No, of course not. Jesus Christ.
I just want to know. I want everybody to know that just because I'm engaging in this line of questioning with a Clemson fan does not mean that all Clemson fans are gay. Go ahead.
What in the fuck? This Clemson fan's not gay. What in the hell?
That's what I'm saying.
That's fine, whatever. I mean, you can. It's 2019, man. You can be whatever you want to be.
Yep.
I want to be a.
You identify as a heterosexual male.
Can you make
right?
that happen for him?
A what?
A what? What did you say?
Sorry, I
A billionaire. I'm a
You
billionaire.
identify as a billionaire? You can definitely do that. I don't think that they will actually give you $1 billion.
Don't be that Jeffrey Epstein fella. He's in trouble again. He's a billionaire, but he's going to need some of that money coming up. He got real quiet.
Vaughn, we're getting
There's not enough money in the world to get that motherfucker out of that kind of trouble. That's disgusting.
Dude, yeah, it is. Now, I'm not condoning it one bit whatsoever, but there's money to get out of everything, dude.
Real quick.
It's a lot less than you would think.
Rick Vaughn, we are actually getting Teddy on soon. President Shacklesworth will be coming on
we were
soon.
actually discussing that off air. We have not had President Teddy Shacklesworth on the air for a little while. He's kind of been off doing his thing for a minute, and we're he just
just trying to avoid the scandals.
Scandals and Facebook jail. Yes, there's lots of both of those. I don't know. It's crazy out there right now.
Can we entertain something really quick though? This would be fucked up.
Yes.
What if Alabama and Clemson both missed the fucking playoffs?
That would be huge.
Stop it.
I know that it's far fetched as fuck, but.
Well, and you know the major, I guess, argument against that is right out of the gate is both of them have schedules that are favorable.
Absolutely.
You know, and I know both of us as you know fans of both of those fan bases, we've heard the talk about what weak schedules we've got. But
we give a fuck.
Can I make a prediction though, real quick?
Do you guys care?
No.
I don't mind having a weak schedule.
I mean, a weak schedule or a strong schedule, however you've got to get, whatever your path to get to the CFP is going to be, as long as you handle business when you get there.
It can fuck you up. It can fuck you up, though, if you don't play a tough enough schedule to be ready. Like, I think that might have hurt Alabama last year.
This is true.
But everybody was saying that it was going to hurt Clemson, too.
Alabama and Clemson is Clemson. Like, as long as we handle our business, we're in there.
You know, you look at it from an educational standpoint, though.
Me and Sean Devine had this discussion. You can schedule yourself out of contention.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does Notre Dame do that? In some years, they might have. Playing USC and Michigan like last year wasn't. Now, Michigan they were on the upper end, but USC shit.
Yeah, but when they scheduled those games, again, that looked like a blockbuster, blockbuster lineup, and Alabama's actually suffered from that. What was, the 3 or 4 years prior when they scheduled that looked to be a top 25 scheduling just about from top to bottom, minus the 2 or 3, group of 5 teams that they'll face.
I will say this. If Alabama, their schedule's not that great this year, like you said. If Alabama gets to the Auburn game and goes to Auburn and gets beat at Auburn, I'll bet you money that Alabama does not go to the CFP.
Yeah.
Well, unless they win the West.
I'm gonna say one thing really quick because I brought this up ad nauseum, and this is what Ohio State faced. Remember the drubbing that Ohio State got? I know Dane remembers that very well.
Mm-hmm.
Shortly thereafter, the following year, Ohio State, on paper, could have been in the CFP and were passed over.
Yep.
And my contention is that they were actually kind of snubbed because of their previous performance, the drubbing that they've got. Having said that, the ass whipping, and here's an Alabama fan going to go ahead and put it out on the table, the ass whipping that Alabama endured at Clemson's hands last year, coupled with the fact that they could not get business done with what's supposed to be on paper a lesser than Alabama Auburn team at Auburn, a place that Alabama knows how to win.
Yep.
So
I think it really depends on if they go to the SEC championship game or not.
Exactly.
And whether or not they win.
Because if they lose to Auburn.
That's the only way. If they lose to Auburn but win the SEC championship game, then
it knocks them out,
we have to see where everybody else is
If it knocks them out and somebody else goes to the championship game, I think they're done. I don't think they can do that again.
You have a crazy situation in the Big Ten where you have 2 teams that are going into the championship game either undefeated or one has 1 loss and the other one wins or this, that, and the other, and you have 2 one-loss teams from a different, Power 5 conference. I mean, there's a lot of different scenarios
who knows, really.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows what these fucking committee people talk about because they do it behind closed doors.
True.
And like Doug just said, if they miss the SEC championship game, maybe they won't. But hell, the last time they missed the SEC championship game, they got in over Ohio State and they ended up winning it all. So
that's why they got in over Ohio State. Because Ohio State, the drubbing that they got the year before.
And they got killed by Iowa.
And they got killed by Iowa that year. But if you just had just the Iowa loss and didn't have the horrible performance in the CFP
they didn't look
before,
good against Oklahoma either.
You still would have had, there still would have been more of a
You do remember now,
that.
Oklahoma went to the horseshoe and spanked them.
They did.
And then stuck their flag up.
And then stuck their flag.
Flag up in them, yeah. Dane, you got any words of wisdom before we hang up on you?
Yeah, fuck your team.
Yeah.
No, come on now. You got to have something better than that. Hey, tell me this. Who's making the CFP? You said something about you picked a top 5 while ago, and then, of course, you picked Alabama in every spot. But who's going to the CFP, seriously?
I've got Alabama number 1. I've got Clemson number 2. I have Ohio State number 3.
Interesting.
And I have Texas number 4.
Wow.
Excellent.
Shit's going to hit the fan when Timothy hears about this.
Tim Bailey's not going to be happy about that.
Imagine that.
Dane Kelley, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you, buddy.
Later, guys.
Y'all have a good one.
Find Smacking Off the podcast on Facebook and on YouTube.
Tune in to Smacking Off the podcast every Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. Fuck each and every motherfucker who doesn't.